Well, they promised the world's largest country music festival. Instead, many complain it was the world's largest country music fiasco.
And now allegations of missing money and questionable deals have led to a GBI investigation. And Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis here now with why so many people are upset. Randy?
That's right, Russ and Sine. Promoters of the Chattahoochee River Country Music Festival told people they had country music superstar Alan Jackson under contract when they really did not. Admitted they promised they had money to pay people when they really did not, and left a lot of Georgians feeling like they really got fooled. Yes, they had country music, and you could call it a festival, but the world's largest? Only if the world could fit behind the VFW in Carrollton.
It's a joke.
Ken Nettles says it was originally his idea to stage a huge country music festival on the banks of the Chattahoochee at Bouckaert Farms in Fulton County. He says they brought in two local promoters who claimed they could help pull off the event, Turner and Jason Benson and their company called Celeb-scene. They talked about attracting at least 120,000 people.
It was going to be huge. I mean, it was a 3-day thing where you don't have to go home. You can spend the night. I mean, who ever seen that in a country music festival?
Stormy Curtis served as a personal assistant for one of the promoters.
At first, Alan Jackson was his partner, that they are going to do his 25th anniversary. Tell everybody, but do not write it down.
But her boss apparently did. In this email providing references to also run the Atlanta Film Studios in Fulton County, Turner wrote, Celeb-scene is currently contracted to work with Alan Jackson in the Chattahoochee River Country Music Festival.
Did you ever have Alan Jackson signed to perform?
No, he never was signed.
This was December 15th, 2014. He wasn't under contract then, was he?
No, we were talking to them then.
But this says currently contracted.
No, the verbiage there is not accurate.
Turner says he doesn't remember sending that email. And he says the music festival was never Ken Nettles' idea. Regardless, Turner and Benson never completed a deal to stage the festival at Bouckaert Farms, and Nettles was left behind. Without big-name artists like Alan Jackson, the promoters decided to make the concert free and promised refunds for any advance tickets. Instead, months later, what was supposed to be the world's largest country music festival wound up attracting, by police estimates, only a few thousand people at these old fairgrounds in Carrollton. What the promoters left behind were thousands of dollars in unpaid bills, angry vendors, and now a criminal investigation. The promoters put the blame squarely on a word that is synonymous with country music festivals: beer.
At the time, we didn't know that people were going to be sneaking alcohol in.
Basically, you're saying that all of these problems stem from the fact that you just didn't sell enough beer at your festival. You really thought the numbers were going to result in being able to pay everybody off and make a profit on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
But the promoter's biggest sponsor sued Benson and Turner before the music festival even began, calling it an epic failure. Atlanta Beverage Company paid $300,000 to be the exclusive official malt beverage and wine sponsor, but then demanded their money back a week before the concert when they realized promised artists like Miranda Lambert and Carrie Underwood and Alan Jackson were never signed to perform. The promoters admit they had no money to pay some of the barbecue contest winners. Some of the bands that did perform also never got paid. And then there was the carnival.
You can't produce the funds today. I can't stay. We will not stay. I mean, there's no question.
A carnival that was supposed to be there for 10 days pulled out after the second night. They tell police Benson tried to fool them into thinking he'd wired a second payment by showing them bank documents that were actually from the first payment.
They're convinced that you tried to pull a fast one on them.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why.
Because of this document that you sent that was actually a document for the first payment.
Well, that's exactly what it was. It was a document for the first payment.
And they said that they were trying to get proof from you that you had actually made a second payment.
Right. No, that's not the case.
Benson also left a debit card to reserve rooms for the artist at this Carrollton hotel. This is him on hotel security video. But when the manager ran the card for the more than $7,000 worth of charges, it was declined. That's now started a Carrollton police criminal investigation, even though Benson says he'll pay it out of his own pocket once he's certain the bill is accurate. We talked separately to both promoters.
Did you steal any money?
Oh, absolutely not.
Did you steal any money?
No, sir.
Did you commit any crimes?
Have not.
Did you commit any crimes?
No, sir.
But the GBI is also involved now after allegations surfaced that Carroll County Commissioner Tommy Lee lobbied the city of Carrollton to provide services for the festival without disclosing that he had invested as much as $50,000 in the venture. Lee told the Fox 5 I-Team he did not directly or indirectly support the festival financially at all, and says he told the GBI the same.
Is Tommy Lee financially involved in this project?
Tommy Lee never gave me any money.
Did Tommy Lee give money to somebody who gave you money?
To my understanding, yes, he did.
No word on how long the investigation might take.
If I'm any of the people that's owed money or had a contract and it didn't get paid, I'd be angry, just like they are.
Do you think this is the end of your music festival promotion career?
I believe so.
Promoters dispute the police crowd estimates. They claim they had more than 10,000 there over the 3 days. But regardless, it is hard to accept their excuse that if they just sold more beer to those 10,000 people, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt, that this would have solved all their problems. Insiders say there was a lot of money that should have been there that was not.
So definitely a fiasco here, but when you talk about criminal charges, is there grounds to pursue that?
Well, it's going to be up to the GBI and Carrollton Police to decide whether there are any crimes that have been committed here. It could be that we're just looking at, two big talking promoters who just had no clue how to pull off a concert like this. It could just be a high level of incompetence as opposed to criminality. But again, we'll just have to let the GBI and the Carrollton Police Department figure that out.
Does make you wonder where the money is.
A lot of money, Russ. And yeah, and we're not even talking about all the money that should have been refunded to people who bought tickets early on, and then the concert turned out to be a free concert. They're still waiting for refunds as well.
All right, a lot of people with questions.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Randy.
Thanks, Randy. Well, tragedy.